So let's have a look at how we can start a instant message conversation with one of our contacts. Instant messaging is an on-screen chat facility that's an alternative way to communicate with your colleagues. So for example, rather than sending an email to a colleague to ask them to let you know when they're free for you to go and have a chat with them, you could send them an instant message instead. And this saves the email inbox from becoming clogged up with emails that are not necessary. It's whenever you perhaps want to have a quick response to something, rather than waiting for somebody to check emails and then to reply to you. This is instant. Any conversation that you have through instant messaging is saved into a folder of conversation history within Microsoft Outlook. So do be aware that it will be saved. If there's an audit of emails and folders, then somebody could read that conversation history. So please do be aware of that and be mindful of the topic that you're using or that you're talking about in that instant message conversation. I can see over on here that my contact is actually shown as busy with the red dot. I could still send an instant message, and because she is busy, that would be saved for her to be able to look at later and then respond. If you find that you're waiting for a colleague to become free and available, rather than keep checking, one of the things that you can do is actually check or tag their status. Now I've just right-clicked on my contact there, and I can see on here that I can tag for status change alerts, and that would actually then let me know when her status changes rather than me keep watching. Now I'm still going to send an instant message on here, so I hover over my contact and I use the instant message icon. And when I click, this starts up my conversation. It also tells me that she is busy, and in the area down here I can type with my conversation. So I'm just going to let her know that I'm recording this I'm going to ask her how she is. Now I can choose to send this if I want to as high priority, set a high importance for the meeting, but I'm just going to send, and this will go to my contact, and because she's busy I may not get the response come back, although people can show themselves as busy even when they may not be, so I'll just wait and see. Now other things that I can do from this instant message window is I could add additional people. So I could click onto the icon up here to invite more people into our conversation, and it would allow you to choose them from your contact list. What I could also do is to use the icon just in front of the exclamation mark to choose a file to send, and again this is a great alternative to using email. I could just send a very quick file and say, have a look at this, what do you think? And they can come straight back to me, rather than having to send it as an attachment in the email message. I can also use the emoticons, and when I click, there's a selection on here, and I'm going to use the thumbs up sign, and they're slightly animated. Now I can see in the background that my colleague is actually typing back to me, and her response will come back up and show in the conversation window. Now other things that I could do from this conversation window is I could go straight to turning this into a video call or an audio call, or I could present some information and collaborate, and we'll be looking at that shortly. I could also click onto the ellipsis icon to look at more options, and this will allow me to change my font or the instant message text display size. Now I can see that my contact has sent a message back with an emoticon on there, and that's come back to me. So that's how we're able to create instant messaging.